We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Duke national champion. Hasn't paid for a meal in Durham, North Carolina since 2002. It's Jay Williams.
Nor do I plan on paying for a meal anytime soon, my man. But you know what? Free food out here for these guys on the court tonight. They're ready to eat. Let's check out the action.
Jay, I have the tab the next time. Let's do this. Damian Lillard. Shot by Lillard, no good. The follow won't go either. Leonard. To George. Baseline drive. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And he connects on the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Lillard, tough matchup against George. Lets it fly from long range. It's George with the rebound. Leonard. Off the iron. No good. Lillard to McCollum. Screen coming. C.J. McCollum. That's how you defend. To Beverly. Leonard shakes free and hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Portland's got it. Lillard against Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
George, guarded by Nurkic. From long range, Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Lillard, well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Message received. Well defended. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Offensive board to Paul George. Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
McCollum. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
McCollum with the basketball. Down 12. C.J. McCollum. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Pick that chin up. This is a game of runs. They were on one. Now you might be on one.
Yusuf Nurkic with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
George, the hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Hood to McCollum. For 3, cleans it up. Slam down. Yusuf Nurkic cleans it up.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. 4-3. Much needed bucket right there with the three. This game, long way to go. They're back within 10.
This isn't going to be a rollover game. That's the kind of facial expressions you need from somebody who's ready to fight.
Here comes the screen. Lillard. Much needed bucket right there with the three. This game, long way to go. They're back within 10.
This isn't going to be a rollover game. That's the kind of facial expressions you need from somebody who's ready to fight.
George up against the Weber State product. Over to the right side. Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
It's Lillard for two. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
George down low for Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lillard against George. First quarter in the books. The Clippers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George. Probing the defense. Knocked loose. Blazers have it. Layup goes down. Well done.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
To George. Paul George. He's now 5 for 6.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
C.J. McCollum can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
McCollum into the front court. Down a dozen. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Paul George. Fires the three, and Paul George good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Here comes the screen. McCollum. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. to 5 on the 24. Lillard, he engulfed him that time. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit. It's the game.
Paul George trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Trailblazers with the basketball. Probing the defense. Lillard to McCollum.
2 minutes left in the second.
Here comes the screen. McCollum to Lillard. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Kawhi Leonard against the Lehigh product. Oh, emphatic slam. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
To George. Good. Off a spin.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
It's a big finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
George to Beverly. Here's a chance from long range. Never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide open 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Screen coming. Lillard knocks down the three-pointer.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
George picked up by Tolliver. To Leonard. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Rises for the slam. The pass taken away by the Clippers. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Goes to the right side. Leonard to Paul George. Has a look. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocked loose. Strong finish for Paul George.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Lillard to Ken Bazemore. And too much contact.
His timing was a tad bit off.
His first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Green, get over, get over.
Lillard, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again. To George. Leonard to Paul George. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Goes to the left side. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard. Great defense, forcing the miss.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
George. That's good D. Shot no good. To Ken Bazemore. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Paul George, deep right corner. To George.
I got your help, we got your help.
Hassan Whiteside. Tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Hassan Whiteside. Williams to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
George sizing up Nurkic. To Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
It's Portland ball. Lillard against George. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Leonard, and a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Clippers.
George on the drive, but his shot misses. Lillard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken in by Hood. To Lillard. Fires the three. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
George. And it's Lillard with the rebound. Lillard against Paul George. Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. He's gone to the line for 2.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Damian Lillard has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Kawhi Leonard won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Lillard add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Beverly. Patrick Beverly, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Here comes the screen. 20-footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Clippers are out in front. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Here's Leonard for 2. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To McCollum. Can't connect from inside. Leonard to Paul George. Lets it fly from long range.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. Can't connect on the first free throw. And he misses the second. Boy, bad performance at the line. 0 for 3. McCollum with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Nurkic to the basket, but a shot no good. To Beverly. Portland has the ball. Nurkic to Whiteside. Screen coming. Lillard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Beverly, beyond the arc for 3. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Leonard to Williams. Works it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Lillard. Not going down here.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To McCollum. Gets it in the left corner. Lillard. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Lou Williams. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Here comes the screen. Lillard to McCollum. Lillard, the hot night continues. He's at 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Hassan Whiteside, able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Lillard, 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. George matched up with Tolliver. From long range, it was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Patrick Beverly with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired, they're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Oh, they called the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2.
George. To Leonard. For 3, and Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Patrick Beverly pins it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
First try at the line, no good. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. McCollum. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Williams. Flushes it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Lillard against Paul George. Patrick Beverly. Huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.